Hello and welcome everyone. I hope you are doing well. I am your chemistry teacher and in this video we are going to start chapter 3 of chemistry, elements, compounds and mixtures. Most of the things present around us occupy space and have mass. These things are called matter. Matter around us exists in two forms. These two forms are pure substances and mixtures. Pure substances are classified into two types, that is, elements and compounds. Mixtures are also classified into two types, that is, homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. In this video, we will study about pure substances and their characteristics. Pure substances are those substances which are made up of same kind of atoms or molecules. For example, this gold bar is made up of atoms of gold only. So, it is a pure substance. Pure water is composed of same kind of molecules, that is H2O molecules. So, it is also a pure substance. A pure substance can be an element or a compound. Let's know what is meant by an element and a compound. Firstly, let us know about element. Any substance like gold, carbon, helium, etc., that cannot be broken down into simpler substances is called an element. We can also say that an element is a substance made up of only one kind of atoms. For example, copper, carbon, and helium are elements because we cannot break them into simpler substances. Also, copper is made up of only copper atoms, carbon is made up of only carbon atoms, and helium is made up of only helium atoms. So that's why these are called elements. Then a compound is a substance composed of two or more different types of atoms chemically combined in a fixed ratio by mass. For example, water is composed of two different types of atoms, that is hydrogen and oxygen, combined in ratio 1:8 by mass. So it is a compound. Also, glucose is made up of three different types of atoms, that is carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So it is also a compound. Now let's study some common characteristics shown by the pure substances. Number one is that a pure substance has a definite composition. For example, a molecule of salt always consists of one atom of sodium and one atom of chlorine. It never happens that in some cases a molecule of salt has different number of sodium and chlorine atoms. Like we can never have common salt with formula NaCl2 or NaCl3 or Na2Cl, etc. Then second characteristic of a pure substance is that a pure substance always has a fixed freezing point, melting point, boiling point and density. For example, freezing point of water is always 0 degrees Celsius, boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius and the density of water is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. And the melting point of sodium is 98 degrees Celsius, its boiling point is 883 degrees Celsius and its density is equal to 0.968 gram per cubic centimeter. These values are always fixed. Then characteristic number 3 is that a pure substance has a characteristic color, odor and taste. For example, pure water is always a colorless, odorless and tasteless substance. Color of copper is always reddish brown and taste of glucose is always sweet. So, mixtures are impure substances which contain two or more pure substances mixed together in any proportion. The pure substances present in a mixture may be elements, compounds, or both. For example, in this mixture, two elements, iron and sulfur, are mixed. And in this mixture, two compounds, salt and water, are mixed. And air is a mixture of both elements and compounds. Elements like oxygen, nitrogen, and some noble gases like argon are mixed with compounds like carbon dioxide, water, etc. in air. Note here that the components that make up a mixture are not chemically combined with each other. Now let's study some characteristics of mixture. Number one is that the components are present in any proportion in a mixture. For example, if we mix 50 gram of sugar in 100 milliliter of water or 100 gram of sugar in 100 milliliter of water, in both the cases sugar solution will be formed. Means to prepare a mixture we can take any amount of the components. Characteristic number 2 is that the components retain their properties in a mixture. For example, lemon juice is a mixture prepared by mixing lemon extract, sugar, and water. Lemon juice shows the properties of these three substances because it has sour taste of lemon, sweetness of sugar, and also it is watery. Then the third characteristic is that a mixture does not have a specific boiling point, melting point, or a characteristic color, smell, or taste. All these things depend on the amount of different components present in the mixture. Then number 4 characteristic is that the components of a mixture can be separated by easy physical means. For example, sugar or salt can be separated from their solutions by evaporating the water. Then if we talk about the types of mixtures, we have various types of mixtures classified on the basis of different states of substances present in the mixture. Number 1 is the solid-solid mixture. When only solids mix with each other, it is called solid-solid mixture. For example, mixture of rice and sand or mixture of salt and flour is a solid-solid mixture. Number 2 is solid-liquid mixture. It is the mixture formed by mixing a solid in a liquid. For example, in sugar solution, the sugar crystals in solid form are mixed with water, and in salt solution, the salt crystals in solid form are mixed with water. Then number 3 is liquid solid mixture. When only liquids are mixed, then it is called liquid-liquid mixture. For example, when water and milk are mixed or when oil and water are mixed with each other, they form liquid-liquid mixture. Then number 4 is the gas-solid mixture, which contains a gas and a solid as components. For example, the mixture of smoke and dust. Here, gases present in smoke get mixed with very tiny solid particles present in dust. Then number 5 is gas-liquid mixture. It is prepared by mixing gas in liquid. For example, in aerated drinks, mostly carbon dioxide gas is mixed with the liquid. And oxygen gas dissolved in water is also an example of gas-liquid mixture. Then sixth type of mixture is the gas-gas mixture, in which the components are gases only. Examples of gas-gas mixture are air or water vapor present in air, etc. Mixtures can also be classified on the basis of appearance. Depending on the appearance, mixtures can be divided into two categories, that is, homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Homogeneous mixtures generally exist in the form of solutions and alloys. Heterogeneous mixtures generally exist in the form of suspensions and emulsions. Now let's study about these types of mixtures. Firstly, we have homogeneous mixture. A homogeneous mixture is a mixture in which the components are uniformly distributed or the components are mixed together completely. In a homogeneous mixture, we cannot differentiate the components by color, shape, or size. The mixture appears as one single entity. For example, see this mixture. Can you tell which components or how many components are present in it? Obviously, no. Actually, it is salt solution and it contains salt and water. But due to uniform distribution of salt particles in water, it appears as one single entity. So it is a homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixtures are generally found in two forms, that is, solutions and alloys. A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. A solution consists of a solute and a solvent. The substance which dissolves is called a solute. For example, in salt solution, salt dissolves in water, so salt is a solute here. The substance in which the solute dissolves is called the solvent. In this mixture, salt is dissolved in water, so water is a solvent here. A solution containing water as solvent is known as aqueous solution. The components of solution can be easily separated from each other. For example, most of the solids can be separated from their aqueous solutions by evaporation or crystallization. We'll study some methods of separation in this chapter later on. Then second form of homogeneous mixture is alloy. An alloy is a homogeneous mixture of two or more metals or a metal and a non-metal. To obtain an alloy, the molten form of metals are mixed together and then this mixture is cooled to form a solid alloy. Alloys are also called solid solutions. For example, brass is an alloy formed by mixing copper and zinc. Bronze is an alloy of copper and tin. Steel is an alloy of iron and carbon. Then moving on to the heterogeneous mixtures. A mixture in which the components are not uniformly distributed or the components are not mixed together completely is called a heterogeneous mixture. In a heterogeneous mixture, the composition varies from one region to another. So we can easily see the separate components of a heterogeneous mixture. For example, we can easily see the ice cubes in cola. So it is a heterogeneous mixture. Here also we can identify which fruits are present. So it is also a heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixtures are generally found in the form of suspensions and emulsions. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture containing solid particles that are sufficiently large for sedimentation. Remember that sedimentation is a process of settling down of heavy insoluble solid particles at the bottom of liquid when both are mixed together. So suspension is a mixture in which the solute particles do not dissolve in the liquid. And as the particles do not dissolve, these are visible to the naked eye and can be separated from liquid by filtration. Sand in water, dust in air, etc. are the examples of suspension. Dust in air is an example of suspension because eventually the dust settles down on the floor and furniture. Then second form of heterogeneous mixture is emulsion. Emulsion is formed by two immiscible liquids. In most of the cases, one of the component of emulsion is water. Generally, the emulsions are formed by mixing oil and water. When one of the component present in excess is thicker, then the emulsion is semi-solid or paste-like mass. For example, butter, face creams, shaving creams, etc.